Alright, hello and welcome back to Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena, where we are trying to play through as many, if not all, of the legendary creatures in and planeswalkers in Historic Brawl, where we randomly choose a deck at the end of each new video to play for the next week. And this time it was Danitha, Benalia's Hope. It's been taking a longer time to build this because honestly, it's okay. It's a 5-mana 4/4 first strike, vigilance, lifelink, so it's a stat stick with a whole bunch of keywords. And then when it enters the battlefield, you may put an aura or equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to Danitha. So I'm going to go kind of through categories, and then if you want to see a more in-depth deck tech, join my Patreon. I'm going to, after each video now, I'm going to do a more in-depth of why I picked each individual card and post that on Patreon. So if you want to see and my thinking towards the deck in a little more of a thorough manner, check out Patreon. Links in the description below. And I'm going to be opening up our Discord fairly soon to anybody and everybody who wants to join. But let's get into this deck. So we got some equipments and auras, because obviously Danitha wants those to be able to get some free stuff. Cliffhaven Kite Sail, get some flying, some big stats here with the hammer. Shadow Spear can give it trample, which is quite powerful. All that glitters can make it a little bit bigger. A little bit of protection with ward here from the plate armor. The Spectral Steel can get something out of your graveyard if you need it back in your hand. A Black Blade Reforged gives you a little bit of, or quite a few stats. Mirror Shield gives you hexproof. Maul of Skyclaves gives you flying. Sword of Body and Mind gives you some somewhat relevant protection. On Sarah's Wings, the key thing here is flying. Helm of the Host is one of the fun ones to get, and you just keep getting more Danithas at the beginning of each combat. And then Celestial Mantle here can make your life total absolute giant. We have a few removals with Swords of Plowshares, Faithful Absence, Banishing Light, and Borrowed Time, the Wandering Emperor, and March of the Otherworldly. I put these 4 creatures here because they kind of either generate equipment or help make equipment maybe a little bit cheaper. So we have Danitha, the other Danitha. We have Expedition Supplier, Halver God of Battle, and Icing Death Frost Tyrant. Some ways to protect our Danitha, some non-human creatures here that are just in general good. Some ways to remove artifacts and enchantments, some disruptive elements, and then we have kind of the other aspect of the deck. I leaned a little more into the human sub package, so I'll talk more about these in the deck tech throughout on Patreon. So link in the description once more, and let's go and sling some Danitha and see if we can run some people over with this human-centric mono-white deck. Let's do it. All right, this definitely looks like a keepable hand. 2-drop into... Ooh, that's a nice draw. We have a removal spell for the first time they play this thing. This also exiles cards from graveyards, right? So this will help us get rid of... Or not. See what they pick. Up against Soul of Windgrace. What did they exile? Okay. We're not gonna play Thalia yet. We'll start with this Sun Gold Sentinel. This helps us get rid of their graveyard. We picked up a nice equipment for Danitha. Basically, they haven't really played any kind of keep eating away at their graveyard. Drawing a land next turn would be lovely. There's 3 abilities. The first one is discard a land. You gain 3 life using green. Red, you discard a land and draw a card. Black, you discard a land and it gains indestructible until the end of turn, but you have to tap it. So you usually don't do that one until you're in combat. There's the first land that hit the graveyard. Most frustrating thing is like this thing just like ramps itself back out again. Like, yeah. Like super annoying. All right, there's the land we were looking for. Nothing. We'll submit 0. We'll play Danitha. We'll get to put out our hammer. And Danitha's going to instantly die, because that's just how this works. At least usually that's how this works. Are they gonna play their... If they play this, they're just dead.
The essence of life. It was going to die eventually anyway.
Yep. You're right, it was going to die eventually. Kill that. We'll get rid of their evolving wilds. I guess we'll play Thalia.
I'm taking the day off.
I can draw a card with this, right? Yeah, I can draw from this. That's nice. Yep. Fighting Thalia, sure. Jukabog me, sure. This needs 8 to equip, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's a good card. I can play this, but I don't get anything for it. Other than a 5/5 first striker. They might attack and then I can exile this thing. They probably will attack. Oh, let's do this. And we're not going to attack. Sure. I guess I'm taking damage from my lands now. So they're just putting more fuel in the graveyard. This thing gains protection from a color, right? Oh, it can't be blocked by that color. Oh, and I need 3 more creatures. No attacks. Alright, well. Gonna gain some life here. We can take all the damage we want. So there's a soul. This gives plus 10. This... gonna be very annoying. Okay. They'll just be able to block it. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's... Oops. What did I do? I hit the wrong button there. Oh, it loses all abilities too. Hmm. It's got chump blockers for days. Well, we're gonna Emperor next turn. This is exile mana value, so I have 5, and then I have 4 for this. Okay. Now I'll wait till the end of turn. Let them keep using their manas. Titan. What do they give this indestructible? Please put the indestructible here. Oh, destroy an enchantment. That's annoying. That's very annoying. All right, so we can I'm going to
Hat's coming off.
exile the flyer.
I am almost sad to see you go.
And then we take 5. And then we exile this thing. And then we hope for a good top deck. That helps. This. That there. Put that. Here, because then we can
Show them how
activate
we treat our
this.
enemies.
In. Sure, let's exit this. So that one. Alright. Take their 2 damages. I'll play 3 to exile, so I can't do that. This has protection from multicolored, which is very relevant. I guess they decided they didn't want to play it anymore. I don't think we were gonna win that, but you never know. All right, on to game number 2. Yeah, I guess we can keep this. Not the best. It's not that aggressive. Drawing a 2-drop will be nice. All right, so Chromium, 7 mana, 7/7. It can't be countered. It has flash. It has flying. What else can I do? Discard a card until end of turn. It becomes a 1/1 human. Loses all ability, gains hexproof, and it can't be blocked. Interesting. All right, let's go, deck. Probably Elite Spellbinder next turn. Protection from blue is going to be very relevant. I'm sure they have some kind of counter spell though. Nope. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? They're gonna counter the ability. Sure. I guess they couldn't counter the spell. But they can counter the ability. Counter this one. Waiting to counter Benalia or Danitha. All right. Sure. Opt all you want. Which creature do I save? Which creature do I save? Liar? Liar can just wear this right now. All right. Get anything spicy? A lot of removal stuffs. Ooh, Grim Tutor? Double Strike's kind of fun. I think I'm gonna play out the Prouncer. So if they blow up the board again, I can Cathar's Commando. And then attack in. This is where like the deck doesn't need Danitha, which is quite nice. I think that's why I went with this less of a reliance on Danitha and her ability. Oh, there's black. And there's a quick victory. All right, I think we're gonna do one more. We got time for another one. Let's do it. Athreos Shroud-Veiled. I mean, yeah, this has got stuff we want. 2 flyers, some ramp if we can get there, and equipment and an aura. We win this, we win this. If we lose this, we lose this. So Athreos is a 6 mana 4/7 indestructible, but it's an enchantment unless you control or have devotion equal to 7 of black and white combined. So, and then whenever a creature with a coin counter on it dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So at the beginning of your end step, you put a coin counter on stuff. And then you get it. You get to keep it. I don't have a good feeling about this, but here we go. Probably gonna hexproof Danitha up, and that might help us win this game. Oh, Ramp City juiced up and ready. All right. All right, let's see if this hexproof can help us get there. They only have 2 cards in their hand. If they have a way to destroy this, that might be bad for us. Or, you know, that works too. And they get a tutor. Yikes. Well, we get to hexproof up this guy. Does this only cost 2 to equip? Yep. What you find? What you find? Exile target creature, then. If there are 3 or more cards... Okay. Alright. This hexproof coming in handy. I'm going to play this as well. I guess I gave them a target. Sure. So now I know I can't really play any creatures, right? This has so much mana. Something I realized, I missed Swift Footboot. Sure. Kind of want to exile that, so I don't have to, they don't get to draw cards. Stop drawing cards. What is this? That must die. So, alright. We draw a land and they can't deal with our elite spellbinder. Then we win. Otherwise they got a couple more draws because they can draw with this, right? Not game over for them yet, but it's very close. Sure. Exile all you want. Alright, so I have some options. I can play this to exile their Elish Norn. Then they'll just exile it, right? So, this is gonna end the turn. I can Wandering Emperor. I wouldn't have won because it only gives +1. Sacrifice this thing to draw a card. Or not. If they drew a mass removal, you gotta be kidding me.
Feel the energy of battle, then guide that watch.
All
Strike true.
the things they could have done. We're gonna do this and
Do the talking.
this 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can't do it twice. Brazil's actually really good here. Opposite white. I mean, is it better than this? Not really. All right. Does Lizelle win it for us here? Yes. All right, let's go talk about the deck and then we'll do a randomization. All right, those were some games. It shows that what the deck can do when you get the equipment and Danitha comes down and is kind of an unstoppable force. It also showed that the deck can win without actually having Danitha and using Danitha. It has some very good value creatures, which is why I kind of went with this more low to the ground, little bit of human synergies with the deck. One of the cards that I should have put in that I missed when I first built the deck was Swiftfoot Boots. This is definitely equipment that you want, hexproof and haste. I missed that one, but the reality is, like, there are lots of different. Go away, Mr. Birdie. You can go into artifacts, not collected. We'll hit OK. We'll hit equipment. So there are lots of white equipment spells. There's also just lots of colorless equipment spells as well. I went with ones that either gave ability to have trample, gave the ability of flying, or gave off some really big stats, or gave like Swiftfoot Boots and whatever Mirror Shield is hexproof. But you could easily go with the equipment route. That was kind of the first way that myself and Jimmy Colorado, thanks for being a supporter and being in the Discord and being on the Patreon and helping build this kind of stuff. We went with a more controlling style of deck, and that just this wasn't hitting it for me. And then I went and tried the Knights theme, but the humans were just that much better. And I think a Knights deck will happen, but it needs to be like red white or Mardu red white black, or Orzhov black white. Mono-White, just you don't get that good a quality of Knights for the so yeah, if you want to hear more in-depth deck tech of this deck, hit up the Patreon. It's only $5. Support the channel in that way if you want more in-depth stuff and just some other random things that I post from time to time. So yeah, let's go in and do the random for the next deck. Do it. All right, so there are currently, what, 729 of them in the spinner. Let's spin it and see what we randomly get to build. And we get, please be not white, Renata Called to the Hunt. So this is a 4-mana star 3 where its power is equal to your devotion to green. Each other creature you control enters a battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it. Well, that's fun. Another 1/1 counter themed. I think our second deck that we did was Vorinclex. So going to be another Vorinclex-X deck. Maybe we can do some big things and make this creature's power super duper uber. All right, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. From Mr. Pisto to you. Stay safe. Bye for now.